Right now at 5:30, many parts of the bluegrass waking up to cold temperatures and snowy conditions. Coming up, we'll have a look at conditions in Lexington.
Also on WKYT this morning, the state could soon be returning millions of dollars in grant money following Governor Matt Bevin's decision to dismantle Connect. We'll tell you why that is just ahead this morning.
Devastating news out of Germany. Reports indicate a fatal train collision has left hundreds injured.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome in Tuesday, February 9th, and we're delighted you're along bright and early. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. You know, it's a little snowy out there. Some of the main roads are in pretty good shape, but others not so much.
The side streets are going to be slippery, so everybody keep that in mind this morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. It's a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day as we stay ahead of all this.
Yeah, and the thing from yesterday where it started to melt along the roadways were still pretty warm yesterday. So were those temperatures warmer than 32 degrees. And so anything that melted yesterday is underneath the snowpack. So yeah, you get the snow on top of that, and you can hear the crunch as you're walking out your door this morning. It's going to be an issue there on the roads. 20 degrees now in Lexington. We're at 19 in Richmond. You see 20s in most locations. Nonetheless, everybody will be below 32 degrees today, and that is not good news for us. The cold air rushing in is probably the worst thing we can ask for throughout this week, because every single day this week we have a snow chance. Now I'm going to show you when we actually have a couple of breaks, and also how much snow we're expecting now throughout your weekend coming up.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Well, it hasn't been quite as intense as the most recent winter storm last month, but some snowfall and freezing rain have created a few trouble spots around town.
And crews have been working for several hours, have been trying to keep the roadways clear overnight. The freezing temperatures are not making that easy. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us live from Hamburg with more on what you should expect as you prepare to head out the door this morning. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. Main roads, they're not going to slow you down too much, but not so fast, because many of these side streets, like this one here in Hamburg, are very slippery. They're a slick mix of ice and snow. Now, the reason that these roads are especially slick this morning is because a layer of ice went down before that snow fell. So travel really tricky here on some of these streets. This is Plotted Place in Hamburg. Very slow going for drivers who are taking it this morning. Now, if you just go a street or two over, you hit Man o' War. Main roads like that, the main concern really is the fact that they are just so wet. A lot of the snow has already started melting off those main roads, so while they're not in bad shape, they're very easy to navigate for the most part. Again, that concern there this morning is that they are so slick. Now, the turning lanes, the medians, some snow is building up in areas of those main roads. Again, those turning lanes, those medians, so you'll still want to kind of take your time and be careful when you are traveling those main roads like Man o' War, Nicholasville, Harrodsburg. But for the most part, those roads are clear of snow. Lexington police say they've had a reasonably quiet morning. They say that they have not had any injuries connected to any crashes on slick roads, so that's some good news that we have to give you. Now, road crews tell us that they've been out plowing, salting these roads since 8 o'clock last night. They say they will continue working on these roads throughout the day. Right now, their focus is on a lot of these side streets. As you can see, they're very snow covered. So if you're trying to plan out your morning drive, take another look at Plotted Place here in Hamburg, and you can see there's still snow covered. So it might be a good idea to plan a few extra minutes into your morning drive. That's the latest here in Hamburg. I'm Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And road crews in Madison County spent all of yesterday preparing for the snow. They say it has already been a very expensive winter for them. County officials say during last month's big winter storm, one of the county's trucks blew an engine. It had to be replaced. They spent around $200,000 on snow-related costs during that storm. They say they have about 3,000 tons of salt on hand. They believe that is more than enough for the snow expected this week. You can track snow along with the latest traffic with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. You can download it for free in the app or Google Play stores. By the way, we have several school closings coming in this morning, including Madison, Jessamine, Scott, and Clark at this point. So you want to check our list there at the bottom of your screen or online.
Yeah, it's quite a few. Well, as illnesses continue to be reported, investigators in Estill County think they're getting closer to finding the source of a salmonella outbreak.
The health department says up to 49 people could potentially have salmonella, 8 of whom have been hospitalized. Last week, officials said 19 people who tested positive for the illness had all eaten at the same restaurant. The health department now says that business has voluntarily closed for inspection. While they still will not name the restaurant, they did say their inspection hasn't revealed any food handling violations. The Estill County Judge Executive says county officials will be having a conference call with the Kentucky Department for Public Health. They'll be determining the next steps in the investigation. Federal officials say that Kentucky may be forced to return millions of dollars in unused grant money following Governor Matt Bevin's decision to dismantle Connect.
A letter was sent from the Department of Health and Human Services to the governor last month saying that the state cannot use any of that money to move to the federal exchange. WKYT's Sean Moody's at the live desk and breaking down what this means for the state.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. This is money left over from a federal grant that Kentucky got to operate Connect. They started with $289 million. There's $57 million left over. That's what the state will have to give back. Governor Matt Bevin has said since the beginning of his campaign that he would get rid of Connect in favor of moving people over to the federal health care exchange. Former Governor Steve Beshear said it would be a mistake to shut down the state exchange, saying it's created lots of jobs in Kentucky. Bevin has said the Connect is unsustainable and redundant. With Connect gone, people would move to the federal health exchange. The acting administrator of the Department of Health and Human Services said the state cannot use that grant money to move Kentucky to the federal exchange. Now, this news comes at the same time as another report saying that Kentucky has seen a huge drop in the uninsured. Early this morning, the Associated Press said a government report showed that Kentucky had the largest drop in the share of uninsured people at 6.5% last year. Governor Bevin's spokesperson told the Associated Press that the state would return unused money after the state health exchange is gone. And at the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Well, folks in New Hampshire have already started casting their votes in the first in the nation primary today. The tiny towns of Dixville Notch, Millsville, and Hart's Location have handed victory to John Kasich and Bernie Sanders. Weijia Zhang has the latest from Manchester, New Hampshire.
For John R. Kasich, we have 3.
The tiny community of Dixville Notch was first to vote in the New Hampshire primary and handed victory to John Kasich.
Let's have a big, big victory tomorrow.
But GOP frontrunner Donald Trump is still betting on a big win here. At a rally in Manchester last night, Trump repeated his get out the vote message.
She says, darling, I love you, but I've fallen in love with another man. I don't give a damn. You gotta get out to vote, right?
And mocked Marco Rubio for his so-called robotic performance at Saturday's debate.
Wait. He said that 2 minutes ago. It's the same exact thing. So after the 5th time, I said, what the hell's going on over here?
The Florida senator came under fire again Monday for repeating this line moments apart at the same event.
Jeanette and I are raising our 4 children in the 21st century, and we know how hard it's become to instill our values in our kids. In the 21st century, it's become harder than ever to instill in your children the values they teach in our homes and in our church.
On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton is bracing for a fight to the finish against Bernie Sanders. The Vermont senator already picked up a win in Dixville Notch overnight and is leading Clinton among female voters in the Granite State.
I have a message for all undecided voters. Please vote with your head and your heart.
People are projected to turn out in record numbers to vote despite snow in the forecast. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
And we are tracking developing news out of Germany this morning. At least 8 people are dead and hundreds of others have been injured after a train crash in Germany. Germany news agency DPA is reporting that the accident occurred after 2 regional trains collided head-on about 50 miles southeast of Munich. Police say around 150 people were injured and 8 are dead. Authorities are saying that number could rise. A spokesman for the German Federal Police in Bavaria says the crash happened in an inaccessible region. They say rescue personnel are still getting passengers out of the trains at this time.
The Denver Broncos received a champion's welcome as they arrived back in the Mile High City yesterday. The team pulled off an upset win against the Carolina Panthers Sunday in Super Bowl 50. They've earned the franchise's 3rd NFL championship. Today, fans will line the streets of downtown Denver to salute the Super Bowl champs in a parade.
All right, should be a big event out there. Lexington Parks and Recreation offered a sneak peek of what a renovated playground at Jacobson Park could look like. A public information meeting was held last night at Athens-Childsburg Elementary School. City officials displayed possible drawings for a new playground, and they received input from those who attended the meeting. Director of Parks and Rec Monica Conrad says she is pleased with the response that community members have offered.
We began in July of 2014 of looking at this playground, so I think we've had a lot of public input, not only from children, but to parents groups, to folks dealing with accessibility issues, so I think we've had a good turnout.
The city says the renovated destination playground at Jacobson Park should be open by this summer.
Investigators in Laurel County are looking for thieves responsible for stealing a school utility truck. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office released surveillance pictures of the suspects. Deputies say Friday night they broke into a storage building at East Bernstein Independent School and stole a utility truck the school owns. Deputies say the truck was later found about 2 miles away without tools that were inside it. The truck had also been damaged. At this time, deputies have not made any arrests. A fundraiser will be held by the Richmond Police Department this afternoon. Officers will be raising money so they can travel to Washington, D.C. to see Officer Daniel Ellis's name added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Officer Ellis died in November after being shot in the line of duty. Today's fundraiser will be held at Apollo Pizza Restaurant in downtown Richmond. From 5 to 9 this afternoon, 20% of all carry-out and dine-in food sales will go to help Ellis's fellow officers make the trip to see him honored in the nation's capital.
All right, and a lot of folks wanting to help with that. Our time this morning is 5:41 on WKYT. Let's see what is happening bright and early on the roads on your Tuesday with live drive traffic and lots of green on there indicating most of those main roads are clear. That should not be a problem for you. Watch for slick spots certainly on even the major highways. But it's in town that you're going to have your issues, whether it's in Lexington or some of the smaller communities. Those side streets are very slick this morning. We note that the following schools in the Bluegrass are closed: Madison, Jessamine, Scott, Clark, Woodford on a non-traditional instructional day. So lots of schools making the decision that it is not a good day to have school.
Yeah.
So far, Fayette County schools are in session on a regular schedule this morning.
All right.
All right, a lot more news coming up for you Tuesday on WKYT.
It can be hard to get out of a speeding ticket, but one Alabama couple had a really good excuse when they were pulled over this weekend. We'll have more on WKYT this morning.
Arctic cold slides on in. This is the worst thing we could have asked for there throughout the work week because we already have the snow. This is not what we need. I'm going to show you how cold we get and how that's going to affect your plans throughout the rest of the week. Coming up. This is probably not what you wanted to see waking up early this morning with the snow out and about on radar, and we have the spotty snow again. It's going to be on and off all day long. You look down toward the southeast and that snow is working its way through. Remember, all this is going to be very light snow, and when I say light, I mean light accumulations. You can get some heavy downpours, but light accumulations out of this. No deep snow anytime soon, but it is just enough to cover some of these roadways. We have a few snow showers making their way into the western zones as we speak. There's not much to that, but like I said, when you have temperatures like we have outside, it's just enough to cover some of the roads. Just keep that in mind. Looking toward Moorhead across I-64, things look good as you can see the pavement right through there. Lexington, I can say, because I live here in Lexington, but the main roads look pretty good. The side roads, the secondary streets, little iffy. My neighborhood was snow covered still, so some of these plows are still trying to get there and knock that out and throw a little salt on it. If you're heading down 64 to Louisville, looks pretty good. Florence, not all that bad. Frankfort, not bad either. And Richmond coming in on I-75. Haven't heard of any issues whatsoever, but it is cold outside. The jacket will be needed. Not only that, but you just got to know that anything that falls outside is not only going to stick. Like yesterday, it stuck to the ground, but kind of melted away there on some of those roads. Give it 20, 30 minutes, and it was just gone. Not this time around. It's going to stick. It's going to stay all the way throughout the day, not even close to 32 degrees, so we're going to be well below that. And on and off snow showers all day long. That'll take you in throughout the next few days, too. Let's talk about how much snow we're going to be expecting. I would say anywhere from 2 to maybe about 5 inches. Look toward Maysville, just over 4 inches. That goes for Ashland, Moorhead right around 3. And the reason why I say 5 out of this is because yesterday, most of us, it was like a coating to about 1/2 inch, but some of us was right around 1 to 1.5 inches. So there are some spots that get a little bit higher, but for the most part, that's added up. That's cumulative. That's not today. That's all together, which tells you what? None of this is going to be heavy snow that just continues to add up. It's going to be bits and pieces here and there all throughout your week, and that's going to be the case, taking you out to not just your week, but off into your weekend and into next week. I mean, we have a snow chance every single day in your 7-day forecast. If you're looking for a couple of breaks, I would say Thursday and Saturday is probably your best bet. there for some snow. That's your best bet. I wouldn't put 100% of your money down on that, though, because we still have at least a small chance at seeing that. But when you have a small chance of snow, maybe get a few peaks overnight of those clouds disappearing. Look at those overnight lows in the single digits. Highs right there in the teens. It's going to be a cold week.
Woo.
The cold is the one thing we just did not want.
Man.
Yesterday being above 32 degrees helped out big time. Not so much the next 7 days.
No melting.
No, not at all.
I was getting ready for spring, too.
Yeah, well, keep prepared.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah. 5:48 is our time right now.
Well, an Alabama couple had some unexpected help delivering their newborn over the weekend.
It's a great story. After going into labor unexpectedly, the Huntsville couple was forced to speed to the nearest hospital. Unaware of the circumstances, a state trooper noticed the vehicle and pulled them over. But instead of delivering a speeding ticket, the trooper helped the dad deliver the baby boy right there on the side of the highway. After the successful delivery of baby Barrett, the trooper decided to then write them up, just not a speeding ticket.
This was his official birth certificate because this gave us the time. He wrote that I was speeding and wife had a beautiful baby boy.
Well, what about that? After finally arriving at the hospital, the doctors say the baby Barrett was perfectly healthy. The couple says they're very thankful for the kindness of the trooper.
I'd say that would get you out of the speeding ticket, right?
Right.
And it worked.
That's good. A good group there.
Yeah, congrats to them.
Yeah, good to have you along this morning at 5:49.
Coming up, you'll get the stories making news right now.
We'll check traffic, see how things are moving along. It is slick out there in many areas, so keep that in mind. More news on the way on WKYT. Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT. This morning, it's 5:52, bright and early, snowy out there this morning once again.
Yeah, be careful out there on the roads if you have to be out. Let's look at what we're working on this morning.
Well, road crews are busy this morning trying to get Lexington streets cleared for your morning commute. Main roads in pretty good shape right now. There are some slick spots. Many of the side streets are very slippery, though, this morning. Crews advise giving yourself some extra time as you head into work this morning.
The Wildcats face off against the Georgia Bulldogs in Rupp Arena tonight. UK looking to get their 8th win in conference play and stay within reach of first place. Tonight's game tips off at 9 o'clock and will air on ESPN. The nation's first primary in New Hampshire today tops your national headlines.
Voters in the Granite State have already started heading to the polls in the first in the nation primary contest. Republican frontrunner Donald Trump has his sights on a win today, while rival contenders Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, John Kasich, and Jeb Bush are locked in a battle for second place. And Democrat Bernie Sanders could come away with a win in the Granite State after losing Iowa very narrowly to Hillary Clinton, a slim margin in that one.
It'll be a few more days before a battered cruise ship on its way to Florida returns to New Jersey. Massive waves and hurricane winds forced passengers on board to their cabins over the weekend as the ship got caught up in a storm. Officials with Royal Caribbean say the ship is expected back to port tomorrow.
About 1 million people are expected to line the streets for a victory parade and rally honoring Super Bowl 50 champs, the Denver Broncos. Businesses around Civic Park gearing up yesterday as crews painted roads in orange and blue. The Broncos defeated the Carolina Panthers 24-10 Sunday night, securing a second Super Bowl win for quarterback Peyton Manning.
All right, taking a look at some of your health headlines this morning. Researchers say criticism from parents may play a role in attention deficit disorder symptoms in kids.
That's according to new research from the American Psychological Association. Scientists tracking hundreds of families found ADHD symptoms were persistent in children of harshly critical or overly protective parents.
Scientists at Stanford University say they have a possible new treatment for jet lag. They found sleeping patients who were exposed to short flashes of light adjusted more quickly to sleep cycle changes. 5:54 is the time this morning. Let's get a check right now on today's traffic trouble spots with a look at live drive traffic. Taking a view of the map there, things looking pretty good. Do keep in mind that the main roads, while a lot of them are in good shape as far as the snow removal, there are some side streets, neighborhood roads, parking lots even, that could be a little bit problematic for you this morning, and school closings and delays at the bottom of your screen. Time to check now what's making news online with Bill.
Well, quite a number of those, in fact, and we have the latest for you anytime, anywhere on WKYT.com. A lot of closings and delays this morning due to the snow that is rolling through the region, and we'll keep you on top of those as they come in. Just check and we instantly update them online, and of course they roll across our screen as well. Another first alert severe weather day. We do expect rounds of snow to continue with bitterly cold cold Arctic air also pushing in. Keep up with us during this wintry weather if you're out there on the go. All right, Kentucky's Republican caucus less than a month away on March 5th, and some who supported Rand Paul for president have now shifted to Marco Rubio after Paul dropped out. That includes House Republican leader Jeff Hoover and State Senator Ralph Alvarado. Also trending this morning, it looks like Kentucky will have to return $57 million as Governor Bevin shuts down Connect. The state got a grant to set up the exchange. The federal government says it cannot apply the money that has not been used to shutting down the state exchange. We're watching a rise in flu cases across the country, keeping an eye on those numbers in Kentucky as well. You can check our story out on that this morning. Kentucky.com reports a move to increase campaign contribution limits in Kentucky. It would double for those seeking office in the state. Opponents say it would give more political advantage to the wealthy. CBS This Morning is coming up with your eye opener, and of course we'll have local updates. Join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or Instagram, and for the latest news anytime, WKYT.com.
Yeah, and the live sky cameras outside show the roadways pretty wet, just due to the fact the salt is on the main roads. The back roads, the side roads, they're still trying to take care of, especially there in some of those neighborhoods. So just keep that in mind as you're traveling this morning. You're going to have to scrape it off your windshield, too, because there's actually ice underneath the snow on your windshield. It's just going to be a couple of minutes before you get out of your driveway. We'll talk more about this forecast as we still have snow showers, one after another. There's a live look toward downtown, 75 Winchester Road. See you back here in a couple of minutes.